Welcome to the 2018 SFFL Selection Show. I'm your host again, Commissioner Russell. Recently, I asked a group of very intelligent people, great people, these are very smart people. I told them, get together a list of the top teams in the league, group them together, rank them, seed them, and put them in a 3-week playoff format. This turned out to be very difficult, and so we asked the owners for input.
Good evening, your most honorable commissioner. Today, as I was driving the 8 hours from Anchorage to Fairbanks, I was thinking about why AKB the One should be the number one overall seed in the SFFL playoffs. It really comes down to one thing. Stricklands are winners and not excuse makers. When the owner of BLM lost in the state semifinals, he didn't blame Fred Haynes for dropping the game winner. He made no excuses. When David Strickland got drilled by 78 points in a City League game the night before his wedding, he didn't make excuses. He knew it was about winning. My team, much like the 1980 state championship Bethel Warriors, don't care about stats. We only care about the simple outcome of winning versus losing. So since AKB the One has the best winning percentage, I know a winner, like the most highly esteemed commissioner, will grant us the number one seed. God bless the highly esteemed commissioner, and God bless America.
I've got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to let my spokesperson make the case for my team, JTFM.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner, for the privilege of speaking to the selection committee on your behalf. JTFM is a team like no other, and must be included in the playoffs. Just look at what he accomplished during 2018. First of all, how did he do against the current SFFL champion? He was a perfect 1-0 against BLM. How did he stack up against all former SFFL champions? He had a tremendous, and dare I say outstanding, 3-1 record. How did he do against opponents from the powerful Texar Oak division? Again, a respectable winning record of 3-2. What was his regular season record, you ask? He had a winning record of 7-6. How did he perform against his bitter rival? He destroyed BQMW in Week 4 by a lopsided score of 102-65. Has he ever won the SFFL championship? Yes, he won it all in 2014 and given the opportunity, could win it all in 2018. These are just a few highlights that make JTFM a great team, and an easy choice for the selection committee.
And so I asked the committee, please just ignore all the noise, all the background static, and just look at the facts, ma'am. And the results are, can you hand me an envelope, please? Thank you. Wow. Okay, these results are in no particular order. The first selection is Emily Freeland.
What an excellent choice to start the show. With a 9-4 record, and a winner of 5 of the last 6 games, Emily's third seed selection was a no-brainer for the committee. Emily captained WPS to a robust, second-place finish, in the strong Texar Oak division. This is Emily's third playoff appearance in just the past 4 years. 2016 left a bitter taste in her mouth, as she was narrowly defeated in the SFFL championship game. Emily was an all-star middle school athlete, all-state high school athlete, and honed her college skills in Kappa Kappa Gamma flag football. She is an up-and-coming star, from the strong Texar Oak division. She is never, ever, to be overlooked.
This is a shock here. The next result is Billy Strickland.
Very surprising that Billy would grab the number 1 seed. I mean, somehow, Billy limped AKB the One into the playoffs, avoiding his usual end-of-season meltdown. The Week 13 trouncing of his son, Kojak, while scoring over 100 points, did, it seem, impress the committee. Mercifully, he ended the regular season with a 9-3-1 record. He started out the season, narrowly defeating the 2017 champion, BLM, by a score of 95-90. Putting together a string of slim victories would come to define his team. If there is any complaint about his team, it's his low, extremely low, abysmally low, scoring average. It's no secret that he just doesn't score enough points. Most analysts, myself included, only give him a 10% chance to advance to the finals. Nevertheless, he secured his first ever division championship in the extremely weak COAC DC division. He received the all-important bye for the first round, and is now only 2 wins away from securing his first ever SFFL championship.
The next selection is Russell Strickland.
That was an outstanding pick. 2014 SFFL champion, Russell, or His Excellency, as I like to call him, had, quite honestly, a phenomenal year. Boasting an 8-5 record, and a winner in his past 4 contests, by scoring an average of over 115 points per game, JTFM is peaking at just the right time. Heralding from the all-powerful Texar Oak division, he qualified for the SFFL playoffs, for a league best, 6 out of 6 years. Wow. Let me repeat that, JTFM qualified for the SFFL playoffs, for a league best, 6 out of 6 years. Sensational. All year, he believed JTFM would be there. It was never like he looked around, and wondered, where JTFM was. It was week by week. He knew that by the end of the year, it would unravel the way he wanted it to.
The next selection is Maria Strickland.
Okay, I guess I see the logic here. BQMW sneaks into the playoffs, with an 8-5 record. The number 4 seed was awarded, primarily due to the Week 13, come-from-behind win, over 2017 SFFL champion, BLM. This win was made possible by a last-minute, temporary, lifting of the Spencer Ware injunction. This was the result of the most honorable commissioner's wisdom and mercy, which in themselves are beyond comprehension. Leading BQMW into the playoffs for the 2nd consecutive year, since taking over this storied franchise, Maria is a winner. She has the most data to analyze each week, as all other owners, combined. I don't think that the majority of owners can possibly comprehend the sheer volume of paperwork packed with data points and graphs that her analytics department produces in any given week. Amazing. She reads the highlights, but all decisions are hers. Good luck, Maria, as you chase your first SFFL championship.
And the next selection is Brent Wallace.
It's my favorite time of year. Christmas, Arkadelphia Badger football, and the Strickland Fantasy Playoffs. This year, we're going all the way. The bass and the tweeters make the speakers go to war. All the mighty trumpets bring the freaks out to the floor.
Brilliant choice. Claiming the strong Texar Oak Division title for not 1, not 2 but 3 out of the past 4 years, is a feat in itself. Wow. The Week 13 loss to 0-16 may have exposed a weak link, but was something the selection committee apparently was able to overlook. Go Badgers! Win State. Finished with an impressive 9-4 regular season. Brent, the 2016 SFFL champion, is positioning himself well to become the first ever repeat champion. Whether it be his expert drafting, cunning free agent acquisitions, or capitalizing on his experience as a former champion, most analysts myself included, agree that the 2018 SFFL championship is his to lose. It remains to be seen if he is awarded a bye during round 1, due to his embarrassing loss to the number 7 seed in week 13.
And the last selection, rounding out the bracket, is, I think we may have a tie here. I'm going to go pick the one of the two. Matt Freeland.
Got another round 1 with the wife. She's not getting away this time. I cannot wait for another exciting, huge victory. I'm putting my name on that trophy. Go ahead and mark it down. Woo!
Matt, the fourth owner, from the ridiculously strong Texas Oak division, is relieved to hear his name called. This owner knows football. As fiercely competitive as anybody, this guy demands respect. Don't let the 7-6 record, or the apparent bottom of the pack seeding fool you. Matt is pushing quarterback Mahomes, and he has delivered an incredible 30 points per game. If Matt can develop a supporting cast to his top-notch quarterback, he could take rollin' with Mahomes deep into the playoffs. Matt has proven his talent against his tough division peers, and quite frankly is a strong candidate for Owner of the Year. And so, the selection committee finds itself with one last difficult decision. Did 0-16 accomplish the body of work necessary to impress the committee? The Week 13 win over Brent did amaze several committee members. However, the vast majority of committee members kept coming back to the fact that 0-16 had a losing 6-7 record. When you don't take care of business, you have to deal with the consequences. In the end, a committee of the establishment, by the establishment and for the establishment, arrived at the safe and predictable decision establishmentarians tend to make. It clung to the simplistic but timeless SFFL devotion to win-loss record, strength of schedule be damned. Better to stack up the top winning teams, then call it a day. If you want controversy, put in a team with a losing record. It hasn't happened yet. From the creation of the SFFL to the present day, there is no more powerful single metric than the number of losses next to a team's name. The teaching term is number sense, and we learn it in kindergarten or earlier, and it still rules in the SFFL. A losing record is not qualified for postseason play. Brent received a bye week for round 1. Here we have it. 6 quality teams. The always powerful Texas Oak division has 4, or 2/3 of the playoff teams. Arkansas is predicted to bring Lil Russ back home, with a 60% probability. Ardmore, Oklahoma is next with a 20% probability. Both Alaska and DC have a 10% probability. This is shaping up to be the year of our first ever 2-time SFFL champion. Remember to be extra sensitive to BLM this month, as he relishes every last moment with Lil Russ. Congratulations, and good luck to all 6 teams.
Little Russ, I got some really bad news for you tonight.
Yeah, little Russ, I'm afraid worse than that. Yeah, little Russ, worse than that. Yes, little Russ, believe it or not, worse than that. Little Russ, you have to bring that up. And Stacy told me to put him down as number 1 on my waiver, but I wouldn't listen. Yeah, it's worse than that. Yeah, little Russ, worse than that. Yeah, little Russ, that was the beginning of it all, but it was worse than that. Yeah, little Russ, that was a bad one. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about.
Little Russ, I know this is going to come as a shock to you. I really worked hard this year. A lot of things didn't go my way. I was still down the last week against BQMW. If I won, I really thought I'd get into the playoffs, but I lost. And I'm going to have to tell you now, hold it back. Hold back the tears. I did not make the playoffs.